Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing okay. But I've been looking forward to this. It's been a nice little routine that we've had going on, and I like the continuity. So we started all the way, here? Like, around here in a CK3 game, and now we're all the way here. We have Austria, Bohemia, Poland, Hungary, Burgundy, and recently inherited Aquitaine's crown. We have a royal marriage with Portugal, who had all these areas as personal unions. And if these people were to die, we could press their claims and then have all the Hapsburg realms under one banner. Well, that's not entirely true. We also have the two Sicilies here that would need to be taken care of, so to speak. They were Habsburgs, they are Habsburgs, but they were constantly getting in our way, so we're just not doing that. We also have the potential to get Holstein here as well. So there's a lot of little things going on. The Holy Roman Empire is very big, because it was very big in our Crusader Kings 3 campaign. But as things turned out, we have a lot of electors here, and we're doing decentralization. So we're one authority up away from getting an insane amount of imperial growth modifier, which could make it easy to get these last 4 reforms. And in that event, I might consider this done, or I could even start trying to undo the Holy Roman Empire itself as an institution. It's a pretty interesting idea to do. One of the ideas I had is this recently vassalized Novgorod. If we do enough conquering, reconquering, and give it the ability to form Russia, then we would be able to make them an elector, allow them to form Russia, and then go all the way over here and then be a really influential player like the eastern bulwark of the Holy Roman Empire, which would just be Europe, right? It's really interesting to see. So something I did here is there was a Iraq who also was called the Abbasids and had Abbasid dynasty members leading it. And I was like, well, there's 2 Abbasids. This one has a more powerful mission tree. So we'll just have these guys inherit the entirety of this. So now we have a very big eastern threat. So I'm very excited to have to manage that instead of it just being a walk in the park. What do we got here? So we also got exploration ideas. We have a colony somewhere. Where's our colony? I think we're like sending it off somewhere, I think. But there's currently a thing going on, and then we could also, if we positioned this navy properly, we could start exploring the world more. So we should definitely be doing that. It's kind of a big mistake, actually. Upgrade ships, yeah, whatever. It's the Carracks, so it's fine, and a Caravel, but we have 3 upgraded ones. We'll send these guys on some sailing missions so that we can get more understanding of the world. Something I want to do is see what it would be like to have Austria colonizing. There's actually missions in our tree here for that, but specifically for like doing Asian stuff, including settling Australia, which I think we'll definitely do. Seems like something fun. Yeah, so there was a couple things that I like quickly noticed. I think the most interesting thing of everything here is we can expand the empire by taking Perth. We can call in Hereford, so if they do what we want, we can just get Scotland. They usually, in my observer games, form England, and I don't really want that. In fact, after this war, I'd want them to... I'd start probably breaking them up a bit. We want Scotland to be powerful. We want the Isles to stay in the Holy Roman Empire. So we'll do this, and then just figure it out later. We have 2 armies, 2 very big armies. These should definitely be split up in some way, shape, or form. These guys could probably just hold on to Prague. On pause. And yeah, so the Holy Roman Empire needs to be expanding. We want Poland, but we could get that integrated peacefully. Oh yeah, we could also declare war on Samagotia because they converted to... Wait, isn't there an ally? Like, there was somebody who had no allies coming in, or I might be confusing that with another. Oh, okay. So we can declare war on these guys now. Why do they have all this interesting? So they have these claims. We have a lot of diplomats. So we can call Holstein in. No, I think we don't need to worry about that. One thing I do want to do is annex Croatia, and we'll save admin power by fabricating claims on this whole thing so that we don't have to worry about that. And if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces in the Balkans region, then we can get claims on the entire thing. So we just need 1 extra province, and I don't know who I would take that from. Is there a heretic that we could do it to? I don't know. We'll see, I suppose. Do we have war exhaustion? Or why? It seems like we've been expanding a little bit. I think something that we did last session is try to... Yeah, we wanted Angria to not be as powerful as they are. This way, now we can force them to not be Protestant, which will affect the imperial authority growth. We also have Lausitz here, which is neighboring... It's not actually neighboring us, technically. We could liberate, make them not reformed, and then here we can release a couple of nations off of Bavaria. Just continue things over here. Once this navy is repaired enough, we'll take it out. But do we have... Yeah, we have this thing here that helps us repair faster, so we could do that. Oh, interesting. The Free City of Essex is defending Scotland. It's a little weird, but that's fine. It would be really cool if we could get... oh, wait. We can request... relative as heir here. 90 favors. We have 89, so if we just wait a little longer. Or we could curry favors because we have the diplomats for that. It also lets us track it too, so that's pretty good. It's 90, so if we have, we can, once it's November 25th. It's nice that we're actually making money now. We, for the longest while, weren't able to do that. Why is it so slow? There. We got aggressive expansion for that, but whatever. And it's pretty funny because now we have no favors and we're probably going to end up rivaling them after this. So we got what we wanted out of them. Don't need to worry about that. Yeah. Let's just train up our troops. Let's get our army professionalism up, especially if we're making that much money. Why are we making that much money? Like, that's actually kind of insane. We weren't making money for the longest time, and now we're just suddenly making a bunch. By the way, Portugal declared this war against Chernigov. Don't ask me why they would ever do that if they were losing this hard. We could have also threatened a war against Chernigov here to get a core, but then again, we could be taking all these cores. I guess that's what these armies should be doing instead of drilling. Should be expanding our new vassal and potential next candidate player. Oh yeah, we also have Moravia to annex. So many places to annex. What's our aggressive expansion looking like? 19. There'd be a lot if we just annexed a really high development thing. We have claims on it. I don't know. We could tell them to break their alliance. Oh no, really? What? No casus belli. So if we had a casus belli against you, you would accept. Maybe we will do that then. Let's build some issues for you and then send a warning. It's interesting that Flanders is independent, because they used to be ruled by the King of Holland, but now they're the, like, trade republic-y thing of the Netherlands. It's kind of weird that we just declared this war with no means of helping out our allies just yet. But, you know... but we want them to win this war because the Portuguese... Oh, do we want them to win this war? Portugal getting more land over here isn't actually that big of a problem. And it's unlikely that this would actually do much. But we want Novgorod to be back in the hands of Novgorod, naturally, so we'll be going in on them here. We can deploy our vassal swarm, our personal union swarm. Something... Oh, I didn't even send a colonist yet. Okay, I should have done that a long time ago. We have the ability to make landfall here, so we will. We want sugar. We are not going to expel minorities. At least not yet. Because we're going for like a German Austria instead of Austria-Hungary, because there's like basically no Hungarians. I'm thinking that we could have people moved over somewhere else, because this is what they did in that time period with the expel minorities, and then we'll be able to get a lot of benefits from that. Well, not really that much benefit. It would decrease the development of the provinces here, but we could end up playing as like a United States of Poland in the east. Could be pretty fun in the east. You know what I mean? In America. Colonial range plus 50 is pretty good. We also need to suppress those rebellions, though, so let's get a... I guess we could just make a lot more troops. Why not? Golden roof. That's pretty good. Extra prestige, we're just floating at 10. It's pretty nice. Playing a naval Austria is something I never thought I would do. But we might even need to start considering really investing into the Navy. Okay, so you explored the Caribbean, but maybe we should wait for you to explore more until... No, you're going to basically discover all the Caribbean coast, so you can just do that. Is the Tower of London like a really good defensive building? Yeah. We can Holy War of the Carib. Interesting. We're directly bordering the Dutch too, so we could we could now use our cleansing heresy CB on them. What is this? Colonialism 100%? Yeah, might as well, because it's going to be hard to do if we don't, so there we go. So now we have an entire army here. We can send that up. Void is our general here. That's pretty cool. Novgorod's been taken. This vassal swarm is insane. It's good. I think that's from just our military attack. Yeah, we don't have any mill stuff, and we won't probably for a very long time. And if we did, would we just get aristocratic, I think? Maybe. Do the full role play there. Augsburg only just got Renaissance? Interesting. we can get a new tech, and we got the institution, so that's great. I mean, what is that called? I don't know. If they take this and not letting them have it, I would, oh wow, internal conflicts, really? So I guess they aren't that well off. Peasants and nobles. But these are like the caliphate, you know? Like, these guys are no joke. They're Persian, but they're also the caliphate. Like, they're the Abbasids, period. So... What happened to the... Oh yeah, we were going to make a big troop, but then we just didn't end up doing it. Be cool if we could get Gwynedd again, because that's like a Welsh Saxon, so those are actually Germans there, so it'd be cool if we had a free city. It's interesting that we have a free city here and here. It's also not, isn't interesting is that there's actually a threat of having a Norse revolt there. It's pretty ridiculous. Wolfgang Casper, okay. Might as well just explore everything. We probably need to go expansion ideas if we're going to be colonizing enough. But there's also the problem of there not being much benefit of colonizing because of the way that we've been setting up our trade. We could change our trade capital to Champagne, but we have Burgundy as a personal union currently. And I'm feeling like we don't want to do any integrating of personal unions. I think that's a pretty interesting restriction to have for this. I almost said account like I was playing RuneScape. I know that my wife is playing RuneScape right now. Yeah. Not a lot of people here today. Is anybody here willing to chat? Do you want to get the Pope to elect us? I didn't know we even had a truce with Slavonia. But we definitely have enough fabrication to take a claim on the whole area. Dalmatia. But Croatia, you really is it? Oh, it's two different areas. Oh. Interesting. 32. Okay. So that's Perth taken. So once London falls, then we'll be able to force religion on them. So we'll do that. Wow, 66 days for our diplomat to come back home. Why do we have so many? We're missing one? There we go. Yes. Yeah, it's just more range. We want to get this settler increase too. But let's do the peace with Essex now. Force religion. So you're going to be Catholic again. Excellent. And now we can fabricate a claim on the Croatia area. Well, we already have Dalmatia, right? We just need to do Croatia. Okay. There. So now we have claims on all that. And we could do Croatia again, or we could do Slavonia. There we go. Let's just do Slavonia. Well, so we'll just be able to annex that stuff and be able to continue our campaign. We don't want you to be a vassal. We just want to expand the empire. Like, it's no big deal. Just submit. We could also get Munster to not be reformed anymore. It's pretty good. It's the thing, when you don't have enough colonial range, you have to like re-explore the same region twice. It kind of sucks. I guess it doesn't take too long. It's just the travel time of there and back, over and over. Oh yeah, we have all these cores and stuff to take off of Galicia, Volhynia here. A lot of Polish cores, a lot of Ruthenian cores. It'd be nice if we could like somehow get a way to. We could even do it. We just like give Novgorod all this land to connect. Then the Holy Roman Empire like snakes around the entirety of this region here. Could be pretty good. We probably don't want all that land to be converted to Catholic. I mean, Reformed. He's attacking Chernihiv. Yeah, we already knew that though. Karavian separatists. Let's forget that. There we go. That handles, and just keep going. So they'll submit to the empire now. That's good. Yeah. Well, no, we actually want Munster to change religion, so we'll wait on that. Next war on the list is Galicia Lodomeria, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to claim the throne of the Portuguese. And then the Hapsburgs would seriously be uncontestable. That dominance would be assured. Then we can start trying to play another nation. But it'll be interesting because I'm playing with a mod that reduces institution spread. I've never done that before, so it could be pretty fun to see how that goes. It'd be like the old days when you just would have to deal with the fact that you were not nearly as powerful as you should have been. Oh, I thought I sent you over there. Where are you? Okay. It could be nice to like force. No, we can't force them to change religion because they're not the same religious group. I guess that makes sense. Would have been cool to make them. Hi, give me a wand. It's going good. We are just expanding the Holy Roman Empire right now. We made London Catholic, and then of course they immediately convert to Norse, which I don't understand that at all. We are colonizing. We have a little bit of land here in Klein Vendig, which I definitely want to take for Austria because it's funny because we have Venice. Yeah, other than that, I could be better, but I'm enjoying playing this game, so. There we go. So might as well just speed it up a bit. We're ahead of time on mill. Just sending the guns over here so that the siege goes faster, but we're not attritioning all of our troops because our income is actually starting to get good. Wasn't very good for a very long time, but now it's finally getting there, so that's great. Yeah, we're gonna use that money. Be cool if the heir just died for no real reason. What about so it seems like Holstein managed to avoid becoming a personal union of ours. So be it. Okay, Limerick has been taken. I would speak a Limerick about it, but I don't. No idea about that. Ooh, what? Ireland is a sovereign state. Are they not Irish culture? What is that? Oh, Dubinarth there. Oh, okay. I thought that it was the same as Gwynedd here. The Welsh Saxon province. If we peace out Leinster, then we should be able to stack wipe the... There we go. Stack wipe these guys, and then we should have no resistance to this. So another Catholic. And now we can say, join the Empire and give us your money and pillage. Might as well. Hooray! So the Holy Roman Empire is now in the entirety of the British Isles, so that's pretty cool. And Hereford, you are a good ally, but I don't know. You're holding a lot of land that could be independent princes, right? Like, there's Wessex here, and Gloucester, and England itself, and not to mention all the Scottish land that needs to be brought in. You know, it's interesting. We got a bunch of more provinces and a new prince, but they're not the right kind of religion, so it might have actually been a detriment. Turnagav wants to peace out now. So how are we doing this? First of all, let's give. Oh yeah, I forgot because of the occupation colors, we the tag nation, the nation itself being. So this one's actually conquered by Novgorod. It's hard to tell which province is whose here, but we want Novgorod to get a bunch of stuff. So that's already occupied by Novgorod, and this should be occupied by Novgorod too. In fact, I would want Novgorod to have all that. So we'll do this. It could be nice to get them over to Moscow, but that might be a little too much for now. So, and then we can also go against Bjarmaland next, so that could be good. And then also, they're fighting Denmark here, so I'll deal with that. Hi, Term, how are you? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Jeez. I'm going to put the chat way closer to my screen here. I have a new setup that makes it hard to see when people are joining in the game. I have, oh, Margaret died, that sucks. Thought that was our heir, and that would not have been good. The emperorship would have been passed to someone else, and we might not have been able to get it back. Good? Oh, that's good. I could be better, but, you know, hanging in there. All that stuff. Oh, nice. So we got more native acceptance, so being able to get a good colony going on here. Holy City of Kairouan, really interesting. I didn't know that existed. Let's see. I guess we can try to do that piece now. So Novgorod gets everything. Should probably give this to Novgorod for prettier borders. That's a whopping 88 war score and a lot of aggressive expansion. But we take those, and then what do we got here? Zaporizhia? Zaporizhia also has this. Interesting. I guess it's a Ruthenian tag, separate tag. Why does Granada own Catalonia? I don't know. It could have been like a personal union or something, but they're what culture are they? They're Catalan, so I guess it makes sense. It's just that the noble was a Catalan noble. Their preference to take Catalan land makes sense in that way. Might as well not stand on ceremony here. Let's just get this done. Right, so now Novgorod's looking very beautiful, and potentially going to add all of that to the Holy Roman Empire, which would be very nice to see borders-wise. Also, Portugal, the Baltics, yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. We should definitely go on Galicia Lodomeria, though. It just fix out the borders. I want to take out Portugal, but right now we have the ability... Oh, wow, we can expand into And then we can, because they're lower than 50, we can make them a prince. But remember, I'm not, it is kind of an eyesore, but it's kind of funny. And, there's a lot we can do with that. So I'm doing this so I can check the Form Russian Nation button. So they need Ryazan or Smolensk, Nizhny Novgorod or Vladimir. In independent, non-tributary 10, and if they are a part of the Holy Roman Empire, it breaks away or not. Interesting. It doesn't say that they can't be Holy Roman Empire either, so that's interesting. Okay, so it's just these things that they need, really. So we could just feed them a little more and then potentially just switch over. In that case, we could have a pretty cute Vladimir thing and just keep expanding the empire over there. It could be a little hard to, get, them at full potential if we disable internal HRE wars, but I don't know, it seems pretty fun. Transforming the Holy Roman Empire into a pan-European institution in the early modern era is pretty cool. I mean, I really like it. Karavian separatists in Poland. Yeah, wait, we have to... Well, do we need to wait on these Black Flag troops? Let's just go in. Why not? There's also... Hold on. Is that Pomerania or Pomerelia? It's Pomerelia who's allied to Galicia Lodomeria. I kind of want to take out Lausitz. There's a lot of wars I want to do. Ain't no peace for the wicked. Let's see. Should I... That's 31k. That's not enough to really rapidly expand our army. I want to go on to all these wars of conquest, but I'm not sure how best to do it. There's no expansion options for Britain here. We could probably break the alliance with the Hereford now. We could, can we trade? No. Let's just stop being allies with them. Maybe once their ruler dies or something. Give it a roleplay reason. Let's get you over here. Let's explore Caribbean Sea or South Atlantic. Yeah. I really love EU4, even when it's like big map painting hours. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I like it. It's interesting. Brabant. Really? 72-year-old. It's like that's just like free. That's like free real estate. Why wouldn't we take that? Well, because then you're just losing more Diplo points. Which is probably why we should even, this is a pretty risky maneuver here. Probably no benefit. But we could just break alliance, break royal marriage, and move on from England here. We got here Amintech could be worthwhile taking. What is it? Manufacturing, textile manufacturing. Maybe not worth it. I don't know. We are enough elected to be able to not worry about that, I suppose. Has anyone colonized North America? No. So it looks like Norway is actually doing it finally. But the thing is that because of the way that the converter works, there's going to be very little colonizers. Hereford doesn't have the idea. Oh, they have the ideas. So we might have some people going exploration ideas. Nobody in Ireland, surprisingly, but if they formed Ireland, they might have the idea to do that. Let's see here. What's the point of Balkans? You get a bunch of Balkans. You can liberate the Balkans. You can get the end of the Ottomans. Bulwark of Caliphate. Okay, wow, that's really good. So if we just because the Ottomans don't exist, we'll just be able to get that. So let's just do that. This would be a really easy war though, so I want to do this for now. Novgorod. Yeah, just calling the guy we're allied with. Anything interesting going on in Asia? I can't really tell unless if I turn TI off, then it's a problem. So I can just go observe quickly. So the Red Horde is doing pretty well. Bengal is also doing very well. It's basically taking over this whole trade node. China's fallen apart. Manchu might be on the run, but Wu is currently the claimant. Imakawa, Hosokawa, Ashikaga is Mahayana, which is interesting. Is that Catholic? Yeah, so there's a little bit of Catholicism in here. I don't know how they got that. That's pretty insane. Who could have reached? I guess Portugal. Maybe does Portugal really have that range? No, but they have the Cape of Good Hope. I combined the two Abbasids together so that there's a pretty powerful Abbasid that has to be dealt with. Portuguese missionaries, yeah, for sure. And then, yeah, it seems like the Americas are doing pretty well. I'm kind of tempted to, as my thing to, after I set the AI on the right path, maybe even going full Aztec. Like, might as well, right? Could end in terrible failure and disaster, but it could be pretty fun. There's a lot of things that we could do here. Is the Congo Catholic? At least one province of theirs is. But yeah, that's it for now, I suppose. Hopefully the AI didn't do anything with my nation. No, I don't think it did. Oh, I already declared the war, I suppose. Let's get going on that. Huh? Is their ally not joining them? Interesting. It makes it easier for us. Our cause is just. Oh, that is really good to see. Minus 40% aggressive expansion cost. We could go into Moravia right now. And we can call in Slavonia. We would call in a bunch of other people. We could probably take one province away from them, especially a low development one, just so that when we annex Croatia, it's all fine. So we'll do that. This day, bring in Holstein too. That probably scares people off, huh? Lombardy got colonialism. That's interesting. I don't even have colonialism yet. They have big forts. I'm probably gonna give this all to Bohemia too. Oh, maybe not. Like, I have the claims. Really? What is this? We want the burghers to like us though, but we also want what? We have to build something here. Okay, hopefully that's fine. Whatever. I'll just do that. What other things do we need to do for the campaign here? More exploration to do. Did Brabant get a queen? No, we are still on track to get it as a personal union. Hereford. I kind of want to claim the throne if I can, but do I want to? Because that'll be just way too powerful. I'm just breaking the alliance. And if they want to break the other stuff, they can do that. Got here. Where's the access options? We can break royal ties, but we don't want to do that because that reduces stability. We have 3 right now, and it's hard to get 3. You can fight a big coalition war just for content. Well, I was thinking that if I was to ever do something in Europe again, it would be like being a revolutionary power in Europe, deliberately leaving the Holy Roman Empire and then declaring war on the Holy Roman Empire to destroy it. Because then, for the longest time, it'd be really interesting because the longest time everybody was under one leadership, but now all of a sudden the entire thing falls apart due to a revolution. And then how do the rest of the crown lands and all these other places react? It's pretty cool. I want to see if I can do that. It's going to be even hard to get a coalition war if I have minus 40% aggressive expansion. And it'd be even more if I became the papal controller. Maybe forming France would be a good goal if you want to stay in Europe. Like me becoming France or having France form, because you lose stability from your vassals. Yeah, I can see why it might not be currently very enjoyable. Look, so the Novgorod joined the Holy Roman Empire, and so did these Ruthenian provinces. So besides Portugal being kind of, as people have noted, an eyesore, we do that. I do want to see if we can find a way to be antagonistic to Austria, but right now, because I've played it so well, it's kind of hard to. I could try being Portugal and then like undermining their authority, but it seems kind of difficult to do. I kind of like this situation. I want to see if I can nurture it a little more. But I am interested in just getting the F out of, or like becoming France. Becoming France could be pretty fun. That could be even the revolutionary leader because of the way that it just naturally is. Playing the 2 Sicilies, I've really gimped them, so maybe I wouldn't. I'd probably be interested in trying to form the Byzantine Empire again as Nicaea or something like that. That could be pretty interesting. Croatia is Catholic. So religion in Croatia needs to be Catholic, but everyone annexed them, so I don't want to do that. Vienna having a barracks or discover Labrador? I'll just build a building in Vienna. Barracks. I kind of want to get the Schönbrunn Palace. Be pretty fun. I guess we don't need these fabrications anymore. Too many diplomats to keep track of here. I'm excited for Novgorod being a part of the Holy Roman Empire. Look at this. We could just get all of this as Holy Roman Empire land. Speaking of Holy Roman Empire land, shouldn't we expand the empire into this? And what the heck is blah blah blah? Whatever. Let's get these guys and go up there instead. The game is telling me to stop going to war so much with the war exhaustion, but I can't help myself. I'm just too good of a gamer. I can't bring myself to not be min-maxing. What's the institution spread looking like? So colonialism is in the Holy Roman in Hungary, so that's pretty good. Hi Alaya, thanks for tuning in. Zaporizhia, there we go. Yeah, so there's Zaporizhia. In fact, they might even just join because they're just one little itty bitty. No, they won't even do it. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to expand it then. So we just have a really, I don't know. I just like how disgusting the borders look like. Okay, there we go. Nice. We got the personal union for free. It's typical Hapsburg shenanigans. Cordoba, interesting. House Umayyad. Catholic Umayyads. Yeah, 2 Sicilies is too weak. Africa took all of Sicily. That's interesting. I think I would try to take them out. Okay, so what are we doing here? So we're taking 1 province off of Slavonia. So Slavonian. Then we're, once that siege is done, taking care of them. We have 18,000 troops here. We have these wars going on, but we could make another war. Why not? Fight also Padua, which is a free city, which we'll just have to deal with. I'm not going to do that, though. Yeah, bring Holstein in, and then we'll just try to take that out. We're trying to take advantage of the aggressive expansion impact reduction right now. Because having minus 40 is so insanely good. Portugal's a rival now? But how am I supposed to claim your throne if we're rivals? I'm not going to rival you back. Pretty please. So what is this? Oh, so it looks like we went very, besides non-Latin Bible, went pretty harsh on the Council of Trent there. Thracian. That's interesting. They're a March or Nicaea. Nicaea is so interesting. They could be pretty fun to play. Let's see how it goes. Basically insane that, like, Orthodoxy as a religion will be basically eliminated. At least over here, and then only in Greco-Roman lands, and they're slowly dissipating. We got Vladimir already. These guys aren't Catholic, but I can make them Catholic, and then I can add them to the Holy Roman Empire after. And Novgorod has no claims on Byarma land. Well, they have these 2 cores. They're just occupied by separatists, so... There's one EU4 game I played where I played as Hamburg and I was a really epic republic, and then I became a major colonial empire, and then I formed Germany. That was pretty fun. I liked the natural progression of the way that the game played. As Herodes stay occupied, let me just take out the rest there. Legitimacy or administrative advisor leaving? Let's just do that. Galicia, Volhynia not liking us. Oh no. Yeah, I don't particularly care for that. What I do care for is the amount of cost of coring it'll be. Just gonna have to eat it. I don't know. Or I could just give these lands to their cultural leader. Probably should have done that before I started occupying all this territory with no means of being able to core it. I can deal with the overextension. Well, can the electorship? Yes, it can. I don't have to worry about that. Do you have to worry about this though? Not too much, but Denmark going absolutely ham. Can we get Sweden in the empire? We can offer vassalization and they'd accept. Ooh, okay, we might do that. We want all of Europe to be under the Holy Roman Empire. We are even going to consider removing Novgorod. We'll even get an extra elector after this reform passes, so even do it that way. Okay, so they are rivals with us now, so we can just rival them back, I suppose. Just deal with that there. Oh, we still have to... Oh, Samogati became Catholic again, so that's nice. Didn't even have to do anything. So they, like, revolt that did that? Look at all these Reformed and Protestants in the Empire. It's no good, man. Any other ideas for who I should play or what sort of challenges I should put myself under? Because I liked those conversations, but I don't know. One thing I had an idea of playing is Brazil. Or like, I don't know if I can trigger it, but I think there's a way for, as the Portuguese tag, to like exile yourself into Brazil. And then continue the fight there. Okay, we have a bunch of people who took land in the Holy Roman Empire that we need to handle. So let's handle that. We're not trying to make the Portuguese like us. Cannot. Ulster. I want Ulster to exist though. They were a nice little free city potential. Nordmark, eh? Sternberg, you aren't interested in that. Hereford taking more unlawful territory. Who could have guessed? Kent and Lancashire. Well, now we have a casus belli to use against Hereford, so we could do that. IKEA into Byzantium, yeah. Brazil would be fun for Vittoria. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like having a big Brazil could be pretty fun for that. So maybe we'll do it that way. But I also do like IKEA as like a very last ditch, trying to save the Greeks sort of situation here. They could even just be like, okay, well the Abbasids are here and they're screwing us up, so we might as well just join the Holy Roman Empire, or at least be Catholic. This is kind of insane that if we just like are encircling the Portuguese Baltic. Now that I'm not capable of getting a personal union on it through claiming and declaring war, I'm now of the opinion that it is an eyesore that needs to be handled. Hereford, we can add another thing for them to do, but can we just no, it's different siege. But we didn't make them a co-belligerent. Did we? How could I tell? Because if I... Hold on. It's because even if it's a claim, it plays Denmark. That could be pretty fun. And then form Scandinavia and colonize. Could be good. It's unfortunate that we didn't consider this. But we can slightly weaken them by just making them give a land over, and then... They are Catholic, right? So we could... Seeing the Maccabi Orthodoxy's last stand is some reasons like it unrealistic for the Catholic. Yeah, that does make sense. But it's great that we managed to do this, but they're Hapsburgs? Interesting. Well, they're still getting crusaded. Because well, no, we can't just, we have a lot of war exhaustion. We've had it for a long time. We're sitting on overextension. After this, we're actually going to chill out for a minute. There's no cannons in the army. Let's make them give all of their cores Byzantium. Interesting. Why do you even have land all the way down there? That's a surprise to me. No claims on these guys. Oh, Ruthenia has claims on this land. Makes sense. They're like the Ukraine of this, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we could get this. They're even a hetmanate. It's so cute. Why don't you just join the empire, man? Maybe they'll just join it themselves if I improve relations enough. If they don't, I'll just handle it. But the Miracle of Life, yeah, that's great. Padua. Thank you for Brabant. But Brabant, you shouldn't be reformist. You should be Catholic. In fact, I'll help you correct your heresy. There, yeah, end of religious turmoil. Done. See, it's just that easy. Just don't be a heretic. People just choose to be heretics, and then their life is not doing well, and it's like, why are you choosing to be a heretic, bro? You just not be a heretic, man? Just not believe what you believe? But Byzantium exists as a tag? That's insane. So Byzantium exists, period. So I think that's a little different than Nicaea forming it. If Byzantium already exists, and there's Byzantine separatists in Constantinople, that's pretty cool. I like that. It would be nice if we were able to take care of this too. We're in 3 different wars right now. And there's still a bunch of... Look at all these heretics, man. It's reducing our imperial authority by a lot. We need to take care of it. Prague is being converted to Protestant. This is unacceptable. Pomerania? What? I didn't know you were under threat of becoming Protestant. That's not good. Wish that this died, because then it would make a lot of things easier for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't take this because they are all the way over there. Enforce religion. There we go. Alright, I guess we could have taken that mission and they'd be Catholic over in this one little place. So now we own all this stuff, so we can claim on the Balkan region, and because we eliminated the Ottomans that never really existed, we can become the bulwarks of Catholicism until the end of the game, which gives us insane amount of buffs. End of the Ottomans. Europe is finally freed from the Ottoman threat. Yeah, it's not very accurate, huh? But now we can liberate, quote unquote, liberate the Balkans after we control 25 provinces. This way we can also go on to the 2 Sicilies and figure that out. But there's like this event thing here. Emperors of the East. Byzantium is a subject or it doesn't exist. And Constantinople is owned by us or somebody else. And then Byzantium can change to Latin Empire and they become Hapsburgs and we get imperial authority, which is kind of silly and cute. But I don't know if we would do that. I kind of like the idea of us doing the other way. Hold on. Can I do... No, we cannot declare war on a free city. Why is this fort like the most powerful one in existence? Do they have defensive ideas? No, not even in their national ideas. Hold on, we should probably be coring this Austrian stuff. And Croatian. Split is Greek? Interesting. It's also interesting that Greater Albrash now owns all these provinces. Can we even force religion on them? Yes, we can. They are not well-developed provinces. Chernigov is occupying Vladimir. Be fun slowly subjugating these guys. These guys don't have a they don't have a castle. We could just I know I said that we need to go to peace, but if it's just one guy here and these wars are still going on, we're in no rush. We can just expand a little bit here, right? And then Karatayak is, look at all these guys that could just be a part of the Holy Roman Empire and be brought into this great association of European nations that there's no internal conflict in whatsoever. And the Hereford still is occupying and annexing territory. It's the same as before. I'm just giving them a hard time. We need to improve our navy to get onto Hereford shores or get an ally against Hereford, which could actually be Scotland, even though they're heretics and in reducing our everything. Manpower recovery speed is actually pretty important in this circumstance here because we have low of it and we have a high ceiling, so the amount that we'll be gaining is a lot. So we aren't in... Oh, shoot. Okay, so they were an ally in a war and we just broke an alliance with them. Yikes. Not a good move to make. But it removed our problem of having too many diplomatic relations, so that's nice. These 3 Balmish ones we want to keep Balmish. What is going on? Why is this like the worst siege ever made? Is it even worth it at this point? Okay, so the cannons are made now. Uzman Russians. Are they Catholic? Yes, they are. So we don't need to do anything like that. Just quickly occupy it. You'll still be sovereign, kind of, and then everything will be great. Just join the empire, man. You could join the empire too if Chernigov didn't own that land. What was this? Gothia, Theodoro, and look at those 2 cute little free cities that we could be getting. So we'll give the stuff to Ruthenia. We'll let these 2 people to be independent. Zaporizhia is also something that Ruthenia could get. So then we just do that. Look at that's so pretty, so cute. And then I don't know, maybe we take this little province here and just slowly subjugate everything. It could be fun. Could be fun. Why are all these guys black flagged now? I don't get it. Hereford might form England or Britain. They have several times in the last session. Oh wow. If that was this one, I would have accepted that, but no, I shouldn't have done that to these guys. In my observer games, they've basically always formed Britain, so I really want to avoid that. Yeah, we took another province that we have to core, which is but Ruthenia is really big now. We have 2 little cutie pies here. One's not the right religion, which is unfortunate, but one is. And maybe they could join the empire too. And we just have a big empire full of Catholic noble princes all over Europe. Just the coolest thing ever, you guys. Yeah, look at that. Bam, 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 bam. Extra stuff, extra imperial authority. This just makes me want to play Austria in vanilla not Heufor. This just makes me want to play Austria in regular EU4, but then what are we doing? You know? What is this? Rebel uprising, Protestant zealots in Bremen. Yeah, let's go out to Bremen then. Do we have a truce with these guys still? And do we have enough war score? Well, maybe with the war score versus other religions minus 10%, and then the extra 20% from the 25%. Yeah, that would be enough to force religion on Angria. And then that would also eliminate that Protestant center of Reformation. But we do want to see if we can vassalize Sweden, because then it'll be very good expansion. If somehow we get Portugal as a personal union, I think at that point the emperors are so strong, might as well just go somewhere else and try to make a story there, because there's not much more story to tell. Really? What? What is this? Oh, it's a seeing of the Virgin Mary or something. Miraculous colony. How long has Denmark been at war with Bjarmaland? That's a good question. I don't know if I can tell, but I imagine it's a very long time. Look at this. Oh, this is so cute. Another one province minor next to imperial territory that can be integrated into the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, it's so bad I've had to deal with separatists now. Well, what can you do? You've got to convert all those people to not Orthodox and make them the right religion. Badalika. Uh-oh. That siege is gonna be fine. 910 days for that siege. That's crazy. Force religion. Money war reps. And expand empire. Money war reps. So now Vladimir is no. I knew it. I should have. That sucks. Well, I can always purge heresy on them later, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll leave that to Novgorod to do. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but not much you can do about it now. This war should end soon. Novgorod's borders look really nice, but they could look a lot nicer. There might be events that make Castile Hapsburg, so that could be pretty fun. We're not allies, but we could even claim the throne, and that's if we claim the throne, we may as well just let them form Britain. But then again, like, why would we do that? I wish that I didn't. Oh, but Yarmerland is at peace now, which means we can go and war on them, but only after other things happen. Novgorod wanted or needs like a bunch of land here to form Russia. Kind of interesting that we're like vassal feeding, but the intention to not even need them. What? Theodora is Orthodox. How'd that happen? Yeah, so these guys will be. Oh, but they're not even the wrong religion, so that was kind of a waste. Well, not really, actually. Novgorod has a permanent claim on this one province minor that could become a like free city, and then that free city could be in their like trade league. So would that really even be that bad? So the Bithynian died there. $100.8, really? How is it that bad? Isn't that just over the yikes? Like, that's actually really bad for us. Maybe not. Ugh. I've like basically never done that, but I wouldn't say never. It's just been a long time since I've felt the need to do that. Expand empire, money, war reps. Okay, and then they're a republic, so they might even become a free city, and then that would be interesting. now we're going to give these Bohemian lands to Bohemia, which I should have just done from the beginning. But I guess I had the claim. There we go. It makes it harder for them to be integrated, which would make it hard for me to get the electorship. Still 24%, that's not bad. The borders look nicer now. It's pretty Poland. Oh, how do we not get that? Really? Portugal has cores of ours too? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so the queen died and they have an heir, so there's no chance of personal unions happening here. So we can actually do this now. But we're gonna actually calm down and allow ourselves to recover from these grand wars, even though we have a lot more grand wars to go through and figure out here. There's just so many wars that I want to and can do that could be really good for the campaign. Especially this Bjarmaland subjugation here that could be happening. Could be cool to have Chernigov be significantly weaker too. Okay, so as long as Gorbachev stops being a militarist or they elect someone else, there'll be a little former Cossack free city. And I like the idea of making a bunch of Russian free cities and then having Novgorod lead a trade league with all those little cities. Maybe we should go to war with Poland and, Portugal, and make them release a bunch of stuff. And then those things that get released can be turned into princes in the Holy Roman Empire instead of it just being Hapsburg crown land. That could be pretty fun too. And then Novgorod gets to, I don't know, I'm really feeling Novgorod becoming the new main character. Just seems like it'd be pretty fun. We got extra level of army professionalism now. Brittany is a junior partner of Gascony. That's interesting. 40 imperial authority. It's pretty good, but there'll be a lot more once we get this. And there's no peace, and there's 27 imperial princes, but I assume there's a lot more other ones. Once our war exhaustion hits 0, we'll start going on the war path again. So don't worry, we'll be busy. But okay, so the Scottish can be our allies now, and we should, because we could declare war in here and then promise them land. It would destabilize them, but that's not forever, and then we can break apart Hereford's hegemony and hopefully get some more people away from this Anglican heresy and into some more Catholic stuff. And the League War is going to be really interesting. The League War will make it really fun to play, and we're not going the path that makes it forced to be a thing, so the decentralization will end all the heresies will actually make for a potential League War fun to do. But we could get Sweden, and then we could get all that, and then through here, and then here, all that into the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know, I just think it'd be really cool seeing Europe just completely dominated in a way that isn't just self-serving either. We could declare war on you and take Achaia. And then Achaia has cores on all this Byzantine land. They're fighting the Two Sicilies. They're attacking. They're defending. No, they're attacking, and the Two Sicilies are winning the attack. What else is going on in the world here? We have a lot of lazy diplomats. Let's get our own subject countries liking us more. Only one province here colonizing. Could be cool to get more colonies. Might make more sense for us to go to Australia for the meme, but I don't know if we should. Austrian borders are starting to look a lot like our timelines, but what can you do? We can seize land, and we shall. Cardinal administration is pretty good, especially with these amazing conversion rates. It's pretty crazy. You can see why people go for Austria for the one tag, one faith. Royal marriage in Scotland? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. What about playing Africa? I wouldn't mind playing Africa. Africa could be pretty fun to play. Take out all of the Africans and make one big African state. And then maybe do some colonization and maybe even go south and consolidate there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be pretty fun. We can call it diet. Waste admin. Make Swabia a vassal. I don't know about that. And then over there, Hapsburgs. Interesting. And then, or make a manufactory. Let's make a manufactory. Oh, okay, well, this is not that bad. If you saw edits there, it's because I saved the edit that I made to make Abbasids really big, so. There. Fight Austrians in Italy and Spain. Yeah, maybe. Italy doesn't have much room for that, but Spain could be fun to like form Spain and then leave the Holy Roman Empire that way. So that's another diplomatic slot, so that's pretty good. Portugal's allied to Poitagara? Interesting. They're trying to make a protectorate out of them or something? It's a lot of maintenance, but then we can add these to the Holy Roman Empire now. There you go. Very good. And what would people do for this vote? A lot of people are not into the vote. But, like, why not? It's a free elector that we could just use in any circumstance. Who are you at war with? Munster? Oh, we still need to go to war with Connaught over Ulster. But our navy really sucks. We need a bigger navy. And we need to like invest into buildings for a bigger navy. And we have Austrian particularists in Lida. And we have an aristocratic coup not progressing. And we can sell our condottieri to some other people here. Or we could tell them to stop it. But we could also make money off of their conflict and then force them to remove their gains anyway. Did Zaporozhye have an election yet? No. But our truce with Hereford ended, but Scotland's hasn't. I'm not going to tell Bohemia to give land back when they... Yeah, so they're just consolidating it now. So there you go. Full cores, primary culture, so low unrest. We can go to Ward of Pomerania with Lausitz. Swabia. Swabia would be a good thing to cleanse heresy at. 2 Sicilies to take out Balkans. Africa to take back Sicily itself. Could be a nice Holy Roman Empire here. Seems like they finished their coring, and now we can go to war with Theodora, but we have a truce. If we choose the Chernobyl, or do you have no? They're fabricating claims, thankfully. Languedoc, please give Bjarn back to Armagnac. Thank you. Where's Bjarn? Oh, whatever. Yeah, we have Brabant. That's cute. A little free Brabant. Decision. Blasphemy Act. The authority growth really stinks. Interesting that they would even consider insulting us. Improve relations? I want extra money through tax. We could also go to war with Greater Verona to make them Lesser Verona. Give Treviso to this and then have a really big bundle of free cities. Auvergne. You're gonna say no to that, eh? Well, why do we have... Oh, because we can claim all of France, right? Or we can... This Truce the Angria thing, we should definitely take on this. This will allow us to get the center of Reformation down. A big truce with them, so we want nobility loyalty, especially if they're even considering doing anything naughty. Two Sicilies managed to annex Byzantium, so it's Nicaea's responsibility to reform Byzantium once again. Still have a royal marriage with Hereford. Interesting. We can also, once the truce is up, cleanse heresy on the Holstein. Oh no, Sweden. What can we do here? We could get Novgorod their cores back if we find a way to get them to really like us. They desire Novgorod. Really? Come on. Why do you desire Novgorod? Like, of all things to desire, you want Novgorod. Really? We can just proclaim a guarantee, which will help us get them to be over 100 opinion. Then we go up to them and enforce a peace. We need Sweden to have an opinion of 100, but it's only 93. But I just guaranteed your independence. Is that not enough? Maybe the next month take over? No? What? Didn't I? I guess I'll just ally you. And then go up to Denmark and then enforce peace. Which then gets us involved. There we go. And then we can take action. Yeah, let's get the Navy in on this. Their Navy's probably like way better than ours, but I had a troop all the way over there. Now I wish I had it all the way up there. But now we can also attack Yarmaland for all of Novgorod's claims and cores and be able to occupy that. Oh, we're going crazy. 8 mil versus 11? Why do we have 11 compared to their 8? What is going on? They just don't have the institutions up there? Really? Okay, the Emperor's dead, long live the Emperor. No inheritances, but that's fine. This extra imperial authority and I think a better ruler and aggressive expansion -10. That's pretty good. You know what isn't good is getting your navy caught out by a far superior one with troops in their thing. So we lost 3 galleys. It's not that bad. But we'll be able to walk through here once we take out Valencia and go from there. But we probably won't even be able to keep Sweden alive. Oh, we might if we go through here. So now we have the military access, so we can go through this way. Worst case, we go all the way up through Finland. Wow, not only through Finland, but because there's a Archduchy vassal here, we can't do. Oh, that's crazy. I demand Bavaria and Hesse give back unlawful territory. Yeah, you should definitely give back that unlawful territory, Hesse. I mean, Bavaria. That's a 2, but... If we get enough imperial authority, we'll be able to pass that reform and then be probably set for the rest of the game, honestly. Is it even worth keeping Sweden alive? Well, if we vassalize them and then go to war with Denmark, then we can give them all their cores. And if we give them Gotland and connect their capital, then all of it will become Holy Roman Empire land. We could even, like, after forcing them to be Catholic, just, like, break the vassalization. Like, I'm blobbing a lot, but I don't want it to be for the sake of vassalizing. Or, you know what I mean, expanding exclusively that way. So now we can explore a lot more, but our guys ruling a thing over here. The Tupinaquins are kicking their butt. We can't colonize there. I want to see if we can start moving around Africa. But it's way too far. Where's the colonial there? I have a different setup than I'm used to. Obviously, the meta would be to... Oh. It belongs to us? Really? Interesting. Making a vassal Bahados there could be interesting too. Africa's occupying the seat of the Pope. Let's get there. This long march. I don't know how we're passing through Trondheim. Oh, it's because it's not a actual fort. It's just capital fort. Only 8 mil. 230 air is not good enough. Don't want to be that guy, but at least I'm not doing that to my own children. Just in the game. Poland, yes. Join me in the siege of Norway's capital. You even take their colony. Yeah, why not? We do that and then take over all the progress and have another thing going on there. Could be good. Which is the Holstein ended, so we could take them out. It'll take a lot of imperial authority to convince enough people. Because you can pass the reform at 50, but if you have more than 50, it makes people more willing to vote for it. So you can go up to 100 and then spend it all on a very well voted for reform. Okay, so that's that capital dealt with. We can move this army over here to start dealing with Bjarmaland. Interesting. Sweden's the war leader here, so we can't influence what they do. Also, why does everybody think they can get away with this? So Swabia exists again. Angria? No, we were supposed to go to war, and now we might not have enough to be able to force your culture to be different. No. Your religion to be different. That's really bad. So much for... We gotta take care of Angria. Okay, that was a big mistake. Navies would take a long time to build, and we just lost a bunch of ships. Ugh. Okay. It's valuable ones too, like that heavy ship. 2 heavy ships, actually. That's really sucks. Could have played that a lot better. Speaking of playing that a lot better, let's go to war with Angria. Hopefully the 35%... Oh my god, look at this. Cleansing of heresy. Hesse is like insanely large. What is going on with them? Genoa is fine. Lower Lotharingia. Lower Lotharingia is still Catholic, I think. Yeah, so don't need to worry about them. Augsburg is definitely not Catholic. So it'd be nice if we could know. West Franconia is Catholic, so we don't have to worry about that either. But yeah, let's take care of the Angrians. There's still plenty of wars to be had inside this big mess of the Holy Roman Empire. It's not like they're all vassalized to me. I'm not doing the centralizing path. I'm doing the decentralizing. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like having a decentralized empire and throwing it at our enemies, but there won't be much enemies left. Morale armies and prestige is pretty good, especially when we disinherited. Having a half-cost guy there is... Yeah, there we go. Nice. 3 gold for 3 dip. That's pretty good. Could Novgorod get all their cores, please? Well, Theodora became a vassal of Georgius. They can no longer make them a vassal of ours. Greater is going against lesser. I want to improve relations and enforce a peace on that. We don't want them to get strong again. And if they refuse, then we can make them lose all their territory. So that's pretty good. We had a lot of money, now we're losing it again. I guess the advisors makes sense. Is that we made these guys a march? No, it's just a vassal. We should probably make them a march. I'm starting to get like march pilled. Oh, yeah, now we don't have an heir. 39-year-old. Ugh. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. I'm sure we can get another one soon, though. We have enough royal marriages, right? No, then we don't have a royal marriage with Hereford, so now we can go to war with them and maybe call in the Scots here. A lot of people sieging down our stuff over there. Nordmark is also expanding decently. Semigoti had a core here. Interesting. I did make a vow to like get rid of all the Norse stuff. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If they're still showing up before the conversion, then I'll just deal with it then. But yeah, let's take a look at how hard it is to force 138. Nah, damn it. Still a lot. We could release a bunch of stuff again and find other ways to weaken them, but I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I would separate peace out with Sweden at this point, but with Denmark at this point. But then Sweden would not like us, and we need their trust to be high. And we'll get a lot of trust with this, and then we'll be able to vassalize them. Hopefully, if they don't go too powerful. And then, oh, there, this was this a Greek heritage, age 20, whatever. Yeah, why not? That could we could make a role play out of this. We can make it so the because he's Greek, he wants to take over Greek territory. It's kind of like this isn't what the Bavarians did, but the kings of Bavaria were really oh, he's a conqueror too. There we go. There's our LARP. He's gonna be a Greco-minded. Alsace, please not. But they're not gonna listen. So. After this siege, we'll probably just try sending these guys back. Espionage takes effort. Yeah, who could have guessed? Oh, it's diplomatic relations, so now I actually care. The authority is not going very well, is it? Used to be very good. It just gets out of hand so quickly. We need to take care of a lot of these guys. We also need to not have our entire navy die. Speaking of entire navy die, that probably didn't refund the cost of producing that. It's not doing so well, but that's okay. All of our, yeah. It'd be nice if the papal controller could go over to me. 64? There's a city in Canada called the Moose Factory. Treasure fleet increase. We aren't able to take over the navy in this area. It's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate all this stuff is getting... we didn't react fast enough with Greater Verona. We need to take care of them. I want to eliminate all their claims here. Oh my god. We got printing press? Really? I'm not complaining. That's pretty awesome. And we're now milled at 12, so it's insanely high scaling here. Look at that. I don't think I've ever had the printing press spawn when I was Catholic. I'm pretty sure it's weighted to be in a like Protestant German state, not a Catholic one. Okay. Gotta do out the sieges. They're besieging my allies' stuff, but it's my allies, so we're not getting the war exhaustion. Well, we are from Namur and the other place, but Sweden reduced their trust of us by 10, but their favor is already so high. So maybe we can get away with getting them to, well, yeah, like, look, we're gonna make it so you don't, You'll just take Stockholm. I don't know what to do. Let's see. We're not going to have you give Sweden's cores over. But we are going to have you give Novgorod's cores over. And also their claim. Because I'm pretty sure they claimed this. It's a really interesting little thing there. And then just give us a lot of money. Yeah, there you go. Sweden might not like us for that, but we really need to... We can embrace colonialism. So we took the Miltech without embracing colonialism yet. It's a big missed opportunity there. We need to be... I wanted to go peaceful and relaxed this session, but we do kind of need a min-max to get these princes out of the way before we can even consider switching over. Julik is not even Catholic, so... I don't care about people being the same thing as me. I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to defeat the Danish. They don't have any manpower left. So, hopefully it's fine. No guarantees, obviously. It's nice that the Catholic zealots are screwing up Pomerelia here, so we can just become the right faith without us needing to do anything. This Hesse expansion is insane. We need to really curb it. Get a Hanover here. Very interesting cores. Bourbon and Munster. Leinster's been taken out. I wouldn't mind if they were Irish, but they're not only are they Hapsburgs, but they're Tyrolean. So Bourbon is being naughty. Forez, yeah. Can we make Zaporozhye a free city yet? Isn't there like a grant free city status? We can just give it to people this way. Kent. Armagnac. Yeah, let's do Armagnac. Wait, they're no, they're not Protestant. Augsburg, Lefthang, yeah. Could be interesting seeing these guys not control this land extra. We'll see how it goes. We want diplomatic cost, yeah, sure. Oh yeah. Really wish I could force religion on you. And I can't release any nations on you? Like, what is going on here? Like, give a bunch of stuff to a bunch of different cores of different people. But it's not even a bunch. Like, why do they have so much development? I should probably even just take these cities for myself. Like, who would I give them to? Switzerland? Maybe. Like... but Kerezia is a city. It's not a free city, though. Having a big Switzerland is kind of cute, but then they have that event that could even make them secede from the Holy Roman Empire, and we can't have that happening, so... How could it be that they don't have any... Like, oh, yeah. I guess one of the reasons why I wanted an ally over here so they could be involved. I could just annex more of their land. There's nothing stopping me from doing that besides aggressive expansion. But I don't know if I still have come my pretties, but Defender of the Faith kind of makes sense for me to be. If nothing else, I am the Defender of the Faith. Iraq. That would be ours because it's a vassal. East Franconia is not involved in the war, so we don't need to worry about that. What do we got here? Augsburg, you want to get rid of that. We don't care about Genoa, we don't care about Lower Franconia. West Franconia, what would be beneficial? Like, getting more independent state? But does it really matter? Like, I don't get why it really matters that much. So what can we do instead? Do you have cores to give back? Dalmatia could be bigger, but what's the point of that? Could make you vassals, or I could just get you to give me a bunch of money. Makes sense just to do money stuff, so let's do that. Free up our troops to do other things. It's nice that Novgorod has that land. It looks like the Swedes still lose, though. I guess we should have put them in Denmark here, but we could just find a way to like make Sweden a vassal of ours through another means, like taking land directly. Could be a good way to do it. Guess we could have just been more patient with Sweden, but then it would be like unhinged what they would try to do, so it's not too bad. It's interesting that Switzerland exists again here. Wish I could like get them in on this war. Probably can't. I could sell them this land. Oh, you decided to be the wrong religion. I see. That's unfortunate for you. What's unfortunate for me is that there's still a Protestant city here, and no matter what I give over, it's just gonna... Like, this 20% is gonna be enough to eliminate the fact that... Well, I guess it would, just barely, but... I don't know. Augsburg needs to not be the religion that they are. They need to pay me money and war operations. Genoa can exist. Don't even need to worry about that. Lower Lotharingia, yeah, we'll take them down and it'll be fine. Reform. General Estates. Nope. Royal Decree. Yeah, why not? Let's do the Royal Decree. Are you at the War of Religion yet? No, not right now. We're kind of getting there, though. It's nice to get that mercantilism event. Why can't I increase my stability? You can't increase stability when war exhaustion is at 5. I'm learning so much about the game that I never had to care about before. I don't understand why. It just never was a problem for me. I don't know. You'd think that with the amount of time I've spent on this game. By now I would understand. Didn't even know what that was, just a bunch of money. So we're full. We have him fully occupied. Besides these 2 forts here, and he's still putting up a fight. I wish I fabricated more claims on this, because it could take a lot of aggressive expansion for no good reason. We could start a golden era. Athenian pretender. Interesting. They're vassals, so it wouldn't matter if they are under a different ruler or not, but for the roleplay it makes sense for it to actually matter. Could go against Bjarmaland next. Revoke their vassalization of Bazici and hopefully expand the empire to suit that. 1455, so it's still a lot. Okay, now they full surrender. Could do war reps and stuff just to get the money, but then like what? Like, am I just taking this? I might as well. Like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, these guys are a pain in my butt. Let's get colonialism. Let's convert these lands before acquiring it for some reason. Let's sell this land to the Swiss. Can we do that? I can, purge heresy now on who? Since Augsburg is finally the right religion. Nobody will want to vote for this because I'm overextended. So much for, like, I take a bunch of money to pay off my debts, but then I just end up taking more money to do something else. Portugal is no longer a valid rival for the Austrians. And now the Nicaeans are being subjugated by the Abbasids, which is kind of what I wanted. I really wanted a big, powerful Eastern threat here, like the Ottomans were. Alsace. Who are we going to war with? There's no bigger priority things right now besides borders being prettier in Bjarmaland, I think. Well, the Portuguese could be just always... Maybe it's time we expel them out of the thing. I don't know, but they're allied with Galicia, Lemuria, and we'd want to annex them completely, so... In fact, we don't even have the means to... Well, I'm next door, so I could just fabricate claims on a bunch of stuff. I could fabricate a claim on Northern Jutland, Northern Jutland, or whatever. So now we have all this stuff. Don't know if I'd want any of those, though. Appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. Even if I'm only really streaming to just a couple people. It's nice to be able to have the company playing games. Oh, it's 31 people watching on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that there's that many people there. There's just so many... Like, I want to be peaceful and to just progress the game, but there's so many... heresies to purge, and look at all these Orthodox zealots in the two Sicilies. Like, we could just run them over and it'll be done. Nice 31, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, the Forever Revolt. We should probably take care of it, right? 2 for me on YouTube. Really? If it only says 2 for you on there, I don't know why. Maybe it's 31 views and not 31. No, it's 31 watching now, so I don't know. Whatever. There. That's that dealt with. Almost. Now it's dealt with. Well, it's about to be there. We go. Now it's dealt with. Now it's dealt with. For real, for real. I don't know. Do I really want these to be cored? Like, I could sell them to another nation and they'd probably do better for the nation. You just called them like a uncivilized mob. That's ridiculous. Oh, these are all bank loans, so we could be indebted to the burghers. If I knew how to play the game. There we go. We should do New World Charters too. Hooray. And now let's build up the Schönbrunn Palace. There's also the Ambras Castle, which is okay. Doge's Palace and Venetian Arsenal aren't that important for our playstyle, so. Into the Peasants' War, good. I guess that's what their thing was about, was the Peasants' War. So these are Catholic now, which doesn't really affect their unrest. Oh, I see Switzerland has them as cores now. I will give them to you after you're Catholic. Once you're Catholic again, then we'll be fine. It's interesting, Brabant has cores on this area. I wonder why. I guess it's a carryover from CK3. But I kind of want Switzerland to be existing and strong. There's something nice about having a Switzerland. See how I'm not playing too... whatever. Oh, we also need to take care of these frickin' Greater Veronese here that are messing up our vibe, but we should probably take care of this first, because this is gonna be a problem for our aggressive expansion. It's not aggressive expansion. East Franconia is not the right religion, but they are small enough that we'd be able to enforce it without calling in all their allies. So that's a very good decision to make. I'm not gonna prevent them from annexing Krezia. Maybe I should. Like, why am I letting them just take a core? Well, the reason why is because I could put that into our land, but I don't know. I want a really big, powerful Switzerland. It's always fun. I've really enjoyed playing EU4 games of Switzerland, where I focus on condottieri and then just min-maxing the amount of condottieri I can sell. If I was playing in the grandest land again, I would definitely have tried doing a playstyle like that, where you not only do you make deals with people to sell them your goods and services as condottieri, but you could also make contracts between players and be like, look, if you sign this contract, I won't. Huh? Okay, so we inherited Burgundy. Very nice. So we have a very large Austrian France now. We can just integrate everything. It's very good, very good. No extra coin cost, and we have be like the kings of France, really. Just take Paris and culture convert and we'll be the kings of Paris. We are now the Greek guy ruling the place. And if we get enough I kind of want him to be the guy invading and trying to conquer stuff. So we'll just do it like that. That's a very interesting thing. Oh, look, Sweden still exists. Yes! So we can make them our vassal. It's very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. And then we'll be able to take all that. Who else wants to be a free city? Is that still a thing? I don't know why I'm fabricating claims on this when I don't need to. Kent could be a free city. I'll just make Kent a free city. There you go. Extra imperial authority. something we need. The 101 princes that we have. Crush the peasantry. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, it would be nice if we just took out all those Greek lands and then integrated it into our empire, given the fact that we're conquerors and we could just conquer the two Sicilies. Oh my god, they're Orthodox. What? You naughty, naughty. Hold on, I have an idea here. So, everybody tuning in, I need your opinion on this. I could do something interesting here. I could make the two Sicilies culture convert to Greek, and then because they're Orthodox, they'll be able to form Byzantium, I think. So, look, they even are primarily that, so they can just form Greece, restore the Byzantine Empire. Okay, so they still need to own all that stuff. But if they do, then they can form Constantinople. They can form Byzantium, which could be pretty interesting. I don't know if I want to do that, though, because it's like a little... Like, we're basically bordering the Holy Roman Empire, which is really weak. The Nicaeans are doing that. It would be cool, so I might do that, but I really like map painting and chilling out and doing roleplay stuff, like making the Swiss Catholic, but also then if you're Catholic, you also get all your cores, but maybe we let our claims to Brabant allow us to take this land. I don't know if we should do that, though. What's their primary... we don't want the... We don't want this, though. Scotland, can you go to war with Hereford now? Why don't we have a casus belli? Interesting. Well, that's Zurich occupied, so now we can force them to be our religion. We can make them pay us a bunch of money in war reparations. And now we can also sell them for a very cheap price of basically nothing the territory. We could also, like, for a prestige cost, just concede the territories, but I don't want to do that. We'll just do it manually. This for, like, no money. Yeah. Well, this is a core that we should be taking, so we'll do that. But we can give this over to him too, and we recently converted it all too, so he'll have a lot of extra stuff. So that's nice. I guess we could have taken out Como as well, of their heresy, but alas, we did not. Looking forward to seeing a powerful Switzerland. There we go. A lot less overextension, so the... Oh, we can even embrace it right now. Which will give us an extra elector. So that'll be really fun. But we'll probably sit on this extra elector until we give Novgorod enough land for us to feel comfortable releasing them. But there we go. So now, what's the 50? That's insane. So you don't have to worry about the religious wars, I guess. Now we just need to make sure that our king doesn't die, our emperor doesn't die. He's 24, so we have a lot of time. Do we have a peace? We have a truce at Chernigov, but it's about to end, and then we can give Novgorod the rest of the land they need to form Russia, even, I think. Vladimir existing still and being a problem is a little bit of a problem. Let's get Switzerland to be a vassal. Take on foreign debt. 200? That's insane. We should find a way to give... What do we do here? We can't give him a gift? Steer trade. Trade soldiers for ducats. Take on foreign debt. Break alliance. Am I going crazy? They don't know anything. We can't send them because we have loans. We can't influence the nation because we have loans to repay. Loans just get in the way of everything, don't they? Oh wait, this is a copyrighted song. I was worried about the achievements not being there, but I remembered I don't have to worry about it. So I'm doing the role play as this game. But we can do we can explore. We should be exploring and also rebuilding our navy. What can we explore? South Atlantic, sure, but we need to rebuild our navy. Five. There. Okay. And then how is the Schönbrunn Palace? Diplomats 1. We have a lot of diplomats though. I don't think we really need any more. Fabricate claim on Volhynia. Yeah, there we go. We got all that stuff now. It's nice. Still not enough. How can we get you to have enough? Guaranteed allies. We might need to pay off their debt. Just seems like such a waste. Probably not a waste in the grand scheme of things, but well, yeah, they'll love us forever now. But our lenders won't. Maybe our lenders will like us, but people with fiscal responsibility wouldn't. It just seems like such a waste. I could get all of the Portuguese Empire if I just got lucky with this, but it's not really a good idea to just only rely on that. Look, we're gonna... Can we voluntarily give the Novgorod the... No, we can't. Administrative equality. It's pretty good for a future Russia. Let's go. Chernikov. No, it's not to wait. Next, in a couple months. Just a couple more months. Protestants get 10 arrest. Yeah, we're not dealing with that. Hungary formed the request. We don't even have it. We spawned it. Well, that's a Catholic Tyrol now, so that's nice. Okay. Next month we'll be able to go in. There we go. Oof. Chernigov. Welcome to the Empire. Galicia, Lodomeria, Volhynia. Cumania. Yeah, I guess. Montania? Don't really care. Yeah, let's do Moskva. There. Let's take out Moskva so that they can form at least the Russia. It'd be really interesting having a big republic. Kind of want to see if I can release Ruthenia too, though. But if I do release Ruthenia, I would if I release Ruthenia, I would make them give their one little sliver of Poland to Poland, and just like in exchange for your independence, you're gonna rectify the weird thing in our crown lands, and then they'll be like, okay. So then we have a big Ruthenia who likes us and is like a forward state of the thing there. Is that a colony finishing? We haven't received the colony back, so I guess not. And then we can just go in on these guys too, because we're in the area. They're owning all of this Novgorod stuff. We want to get rid of all that stuff and just have it all done. So, because we're gonna probably, like, after I'll continue this session here, like as Austria, but I'll consider for the following session playing Novgorod and what that would even look like. Guess I could have done this stuff and gotten the discipline and chance of new era. But this is really good to get the extra exploration range. Western Indian Ocean is a very good one to explore. There's Ethiopia falling apart. There's the Abbasids being a scary caliphate. There's the two Sicilies who have cores and all that stuff. So if they get their shit together, they could form the Byzantine Empire, which would be very interesting given everything and the fact that they're Hapsburgs. Yeah, guys, the musket. Oh, Gascony? What? Sacre bleu. I say bleu because it's, look, it's blue. Wait. I had the opportunity to force convert East Franconia and I didn't do it. That blows. Totally forgot about that. Would have been a perfect opportunity too. Is that 29 troops from Brazil? Brazil's growing big. Yarmaland is dead. Oh, they have a decent fort over here, and we should probably take care of that. Also, I think it's time for Portugal to die, isn't it? We want Portugal, Baltic out of here, and then Novgorod could even take care of the rest. What is their mission tree like? Let's see. Narwa Port, have a dock. Reconquer Volga, yeah, you'll get that. Defeat Muscovy, yeah, you'll get that. Then more of that stuff. What is this? All provinces in the Alca area are owned by that other allies. Okay. End of Rook's line. This is not that important. Heart of the Hans. Hold on. Danzig or war? That's funny. There's no like Danzig core though, so maybe those missions are kind of a bust. I'll do some more research into that later. Oh yeah, look, this Archbishop stuff, that's like assuming that they're Orthodox, but they're definitely not Orthodox. Got another heresy here right next door in Salzburg. We'll have to just deal with that. They even are scared of our aggressive expansion. I have no idea why. Denmark would be guaranteeing them, but they're in severe debt. Wait, we declared war. Okay, I didn't know we could vassalize during war. I thought they couldn't do that. Is that just Crusader Kings talking? Is Württemberg? Well, Württemberg is bad. Meissen is bad, but Hesse. We want Hesse to be significantly weakened, and just all these really big HRE wars. I don't know, man. I do kind of like, even if we don't play as Novgorod, making them an elector, making them Russia. I'll probably save to make and do some finagling in order to make sure that I don't screw anything up. But look, at the very least, you guys should be giving Poland over to yourself. Like, it's core territory. Literally core territory. Yeah, look at that. Nice. And then they could give that land to Portugal. I mean, from Portugal to them. We could probably manage to do a war with Salzburg and all those allies there and free up a bunch of Hesse territories. Savoy, what are you doing? Freiburg, yeah. Give that back to Switzerland, please. Thank you. Oh, what is going on here? Jeez, hold on, guys. Sorry. I was trying to have this window open to look at the YouTube chat, but I haven't had it. Oh, they trying to. These guys are fully piecing out. Let's give it all to Novgorod. Like, why not just give everything we can to Novgorod? Chernigov, Vladimir. Vladimir, it might make sense to give them stuff, but could also make more sense to not. There's a lot of stuff that could be Novgorodian. No reason for it not to be. Oh wow, they programmed in Slavic. I guess you have to when you have all these other possibilities. So Novgorod will have all this. Kursk, I guess, as well. But it almost seems like that makes more sense to be Ruthenian. So we'll give that to not Novgorod, but Ruthenia. And then these guys are Tengryists. Interesting. This would definitely need to go to Novgorod. Can we full annex you? No, but we could get close. So maybe I just will make it so Novgorod gets everything. Yeah, that seems like a good piece, but I'm gonna see what happens when we switch over to Novgorod here. What's going on here? In order to form Russia, you need that. You need Ryazan. I'll check it again after I So yeah, that would have been really bad if we didn't have them take Ryazan there. So there we go. Okay, so Novgorod is looking very good. Oh look, it even highlights the provinces for us. But now that you own it, I guess you still need the core. But what is it? Ryazan or Smolensk. So we have Ryazan, not Smolensk. Nizhny Novgorod or Vladimir. Okay, so after they core this, they'll be able to do it just right away. So that's pretty cool. So we'll, after we give them a bunch of Bjarmaland land, we'll just make them independent. So, there's a lot of Holy See power here. But I also want to give them all these claims that they have on Portugal. Or maybe not all of them. The Chernigov stuff, yes. But then, and this Lukian one. But the things that we can release as independent things, we will. They have Novgorodian culture thing here. They could take this. There's just a lot. Yeah, we're taking out the Portuguese. Well, let's see. Bjarmaland, you're not really that worth sieging it down forever. All your Arctic territories. What can you give us? What are the areas like? Novgorod, Belozero. It's funny whenever I see Belozero. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced that way, but it sure sounds like it. Would make sense for them to like push their border up here a little bit because of how ingrained they are with that region. So Novgorod not being there. Novgorod. We could make them this. We could make... Oh, we could release Finland. I don't know if we should do that, though. Great Horde. That's interesting. Lapland, maybe. Lapland could be interesting. And then occupy that, give that to Norway. I mean, Novgorod. Oh, come on. We had so much invested in that. It's crazy. What's my... Okay, so that was supposed to go to Novgorod, so... Yeah, Novgorod. Okay. We need to siege out this thing for them to accept anything, so we'll have to just do that. And start moving troops down to the down to Portugal's Baltic holdings to get those in the empire, or at least prepare them to be integrated into the empire. Reichenschaft measures is so awesome. They aren't voting for me though. Don't know why. There we go. Could be the low imperial authority compared to usual. Could also be the aggressive expansion. Which I don't understand why they'd be so concerned of. I'm just letting Novgorod be really big. After this war with Portugal and giving Novgorod the stuff, then we'll swap out and stop. Could be cool if we could also get him in the empire too. We don't have a truce. We could do that. And all this stuff could... Oh yeah, we need to sell that thing to Novgorod before it's too late. Or not do it. Grant province. Oof. They don't have the aggressive expansion to do it. German province of Chernigov. But no, I don't want to do that. I guess I just have to hold on to it. And I can't sit on this negative stability, so... Hesse should not be nearly as powerful as they are. They need to be taken care of. Especially with all these people voting for them. Man, there's just so much to do. You just calm down a little bit. So maybe just take a minute to calm down, consider our strategy. So we can continue our colonial expansion here. We need diplo points for that, and we are running low. We have enough admin for a while, so we can change our focus to this. Our money situation is only really good when we continue going to war. We have a roleplay reason to conquer all this Greek stuff. We have the claims. We have the rival. We have the Catholics, the poor Catholics in the Balkans. We have all these heretic princes, but we have this much imperial authority, so it doesn't matter that much anymore. But at the same time, it would be really nice to have that all handled. Especially with this Angria problem here. But they have a truce for a long time. Sweden's a vassal. We can go to war with Finland in 1958. We're just going to war with Portugal because we have the means to do so, and we have the role play to do so as well. We want to take all this land and either give it to somebody who needs it, like Novgorod, which doesn't make much sense given how much stuff they have, but permanent claim on Riga, they want Riga, so we could give them Riga, and then potentially that too, but I don't know about that. And we'll just see how it goes. It'll be interesting to have Novgorod because Novgorod could make some states, Zaporizhia is a free city now. What is it? What was I gonna say? Hold on. Maybe we'll just go ahead. Hold on. So you're saying that we cannot make Novgorod bigger because it'll push their overextension too high. We'll wait until that is resolved before we go ahead. Part of me wants to roleplay Ruthenia becoming independent now. So we'll have this treaty, right? So I'm gonna wait until somebody approves it, like Term or Give Me a Wand. I'm thinking that Ruthenia will become independent in exchange for Ruthenia's areas in this to go to Poland, this to go to Latgalia, and this to, I guess, go to Austria or Novgorod. Maybe this stuff, both of it goes to Novgorod. What do you guys think about that? And then after this war with Portugal and we give Novgorod a bunch of stuff, then Novgorod becomes independent and elector. What do you guys think? Why are they voting for them instead of me? Is it because they have diplomatic ideas or something? Yes, they do have diplomatic ideas. That means we need a good diplo rep guy here or something. It is cool if we get this because electors just get a bunch of development. I mean, electors just get a bunch of free development points. So, I mean that the Netherlands would get especially powerful, and then Novgorod too. What is this? Austrian silver. That's good. 5 owned provinces. The culture is Austrian. Has 3 developed buildings and development of 20. And then if we have at least 1,000 development and all that stuff done, then it's very interesting. If we reach this, yeah, that's really good too. A.E.I.O.U. is so good, and it would be cool if we could get that before we switch over. So I guess we need to make a bunch of development in Austrian territories here. So this could be a farm estate, and then this could be developed with admin. There we go. 13, 16, 18. This is a good candidate. It's close. Workshop. And then here, tax. Yes, actually build up our nation. Why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. There's wars to do. There's things to expand into. There's people to conquer. There's a bunch of things. Okay, so Novgorod even bigger. Feels kind of weird to be vassal feeding something so big and then switching to it, but if we're going to be giving Austria so much of an advantage, like, I don't feel that bad about it. And I want the, hold on, is it colonial region? Colonial Columbia, yeah. We want colonial Columbia here. Oh yeah, also the development from here is nice to have too, isn't it? Terminal 9 already left, so we won't get his approval. I guess we keep going. I don't know. I think I'll do it. I'm gonna do this transfer here. So Novgorod will get these things. Well, I need to like actually look up how to do that yet. I won't make Ruthenia independent, and I'll leave all this other stuff for like when I move sessions over. Wow, they have a bunch of claims on Baltic stuff, I guess. So let's make it so we get Warmia, improve our Baltic situation if we can really improve it anymore, especially when we're going to be taking all these places out. Copyrighted song. You'll find a way to get in the game. There's so much to do. I want to continue to expand. But I guess I'm worried about starting such a large war with the Portuguese. But I probably shouldn't be. I need to make Novgorod independent, so I'm going to go through with that. I have the ability to fabricate claims. I can fabricate a claim on an area. So let's do that. Minsk, or what? What are these areas? What is Archduchy? Oh, I see. Is that somewhere with cores? Yes. Lithuanian cores, plenty of them. But Pskov and White Ruthenia. Pskov doesn't, but let's see. Let's just do the most developed area. Oh, but that's their... Ugh. Oh, but they have a bunch of little doodads over there that we can take care of. Yeah, let's just expand the empire, and we'll let the religious stuff be a problem for the A.E.I.O.U Austria if we ever do that. Yeah, let's get going on here. Let's siege out all this stuff. Deploy the vassal swarm, as it were. And get it going. I'm actually playing a another game of EU4 right now as Granada, and I just got really lucky. I'm really fortunate to have gotten such good luck. But you know, isn't good luck is how much I'm suffering here in the elections department. Gonna keep improving relations with them, I suppose. Even these guys. Now what do we got here? Maharatsburg. We already have 30 development there, so we don't really need that. And in Karthan or loans reduced. Maybe let's do the loans reduced. That should give us a reason to reduce the loans. You go into Georgia? Like expanding into Georgia? I don't see you anymore, Term. I don't know if you sent that a while ago or not, but by the way, anybody on the... Oh wow, that was fast. Anybody who's watching on YouTube, if you check out the my Twitch channel, Lordad Media at Twitch, like www.twitch.tv/LordadMedia. You'll be watching the same stream as this, but you'll be getting me closer to potentially getting monetized on Twitch. So if you are interested in that, please consider helping out the channel, or yeah, I guess the channel, like the way that I'm flustering right now. It'd just be nice if you guys were on Twitch, is all. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Join up. I can see you chatting there and stuff like that. Hi, Lemmer. Hopefully you are here to stay. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. Oh, we can see China now? How? Did we... Really? Okay, well, I'm not complaining. So that's China. That's interesting. The Wu are still in charge of China. Probably shouldn't be, though. You know, it'd be fun is playing as these Mongols and forming the Yuan Empire, but then again, these guys are badass. We need a lot more. Okay, so there's 2 votes. I'm live on no lore. I'm not live on my main channel. There's just problems that can happen when you when the streams don't do well. The algorithm goes like, "What are you doing? Who are you? What have you done?" So I'll definitely stream on the main channel when it comes to things like making map assets, but there are some reasons why I wouldn't be doing it. They will be remembered. Yeah, let's go. That's extra diplomatic reputation to help us get elected. But we could also use that to integrate. And the question is, would we integrate? Not Ruthenia. Maybe Hungary. But they're integrated, so it's not like we're gaining much out of doing that. We'll see. It'd be nice if Novgorod went religious. Plutocratic is pretty good. I really want to see what a Novgorod with a bunch of extra tax income and a unmitigated way of expanding eastwards would do to the Holy Roman Empire, especially if we become the revolutionary target. I don't know if that would really be possible. Didn't Zaporizhia recently become a free city? Like, what happened there? Oh, they might be taking that thing that makes them a hetmanate. We might only be able to take that once, or they'll just forever be a hetmanate. No extra forts here. Interesting. We could just make them spread out a bunch of small Portuguese states and then have those Iberian Portuguese states become a part of the empire. There's a fort on Ossel. That's interesting. 104. Wow, do we really have that many troops? Yeah, no wonder we're just curb stomping here. Really, it'll be interesting playing a different way again. We're not going to give any land to Chernigov, because if we give land to Chernigov, then they will just be a pain. So we want potentially not all this Braganza stuff. We want the more... We want more, what is it? Pruthenia? Why is it going all the way over there every time I want to release something? I haven't releasing the Belarusian... Whatever. White Rus. So that's core Novgorod. This is also Novgorodian culture. This is in the same area as that primary thing, so we'll give this all to Novgorod. Then there's the matter of these other guys. So bam, 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 bam. So that's their acquisitions. That's the other ones there. Riga too, why not? And then sell that also to Novgorod, I suppose. Seems like a lot to Novgorod though. Maybe we don't give them that. But it's kind of cute, and then they can make a free city out of it. Because you can release cities in certain trade nodes if you're a merchant republic. Latgalia being here is kind of cute, so we could have Latgalia here, and then maybe Estonia too, but then that's way too much. We can't even do Estonia with that, so we could do... I'll say Vora. Okay, well, that's that. Braganka up there is a potential, like, free city. I don't know. And they'll just have cores on that, so it's not really worth it. Well, we'll wait. Maybe we'll be able to liberate Minsk once it's occupied. It's a very cheap tech there. There, that's Minsk taken care of. Those two are like colonial things, so you don't need to worry about that. Theodoro. They aren't a thing. We could expand the empire this way. Portugal, Vladimir being that is interesting. Big Novgorod is really pretty. 10 admin, so all we need to do is just piece out this war and then we'd have it. Any weird religious stuff from CK3? There were some Cathars that showed up around here, but they've since been converted. And, but the converter makes it so there's like people who start believing in paganism again randomly. Salzburg, wow, okay, interesting. Very bold of Salzburg to claim all that. Very close to being elected again, but I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's all relies on the Netherlands. We'll probably ally them once we free Novgorod. There's a lot to do, so maybe maybe in a bit we could solidify things later. We'll start with the philosopher. How's the castle going? Almost done. We have a lot of manpower, so we could just do this. There. So now we got an extra diplomat. I kind of want the chance to inherit there, though. That'd be really fun. Also, we need to develop all these lands so that we can get Austria prospers. Yeah, let's go with the basic stuff. I'm not really used to developing the country. Like, basically never done it. Force religion, expand empire, money. There we go. Done. Pretty. Baltic. I mean, Black Sea now. You're a one province minor. You could be a free city. I'm not making you an elector. No way. No way, Jose. 72 is kind of a lot. Maybe we let the Novgorodians be the ones who take this, but Ruthenia could be what am I saying? Novgorod should get this and this, so this is their border. Ruthenia becomes independent. Ruthenia can then expand into Chernigov, maybe has an agreement with Novgorod. The AI will go completely ham with the fact that they have a vassal Sweden that's somehow still Protestant. We can fix that. Oh, we can even help our thing out here. But let's see, so that we can expand Poland this way. Seems like the way that I would want the world to be divided is like that. I don't know if that's feasible, and don't even know how this will all work out yet. But I do want Novgorod to be big. So we are almost about to siege out their capital here. So we'll just wait to see what happens with that. Languedoc. I could make Hereford an elector, but I don't want them to be. I think after we hold on, yeah, now we have a way to casus belli them, because they're just continuing to expand and being naughty. We can finally take care of this. Probably shouldn't deploy the navy when we're fighting the Portuguese, though. Start getting our navy, I mean our armies over here prepared to dock, though. We can demand another one. Ugh, no, we need to give Portugal that. Not Portugal, but I think the Hungarians are taking care of it. Yeah. Be sure to check out the Twitch channel, Twitch TV/Lord Media, please. Thank you. We're gonna take this so that we get the yeah. So we get the innovation bonus. This can be now Novgorodian. Great, so that's all this Novgorod stuff. It's a lot of stuff. We can get a lot of money from the wealthy Portuguese. We can get them war reps too, and there's no more provinces to take, and we just want money. So, click. Excellent. Novgorod is very big. And so is Poland now. I want to save this just in case things screw up somehow. I'm going to make Novgorod independent. But they added everything to the HRE. And they're protected, man. They're a part of the very large, very epic, very cool Holy Roman Empire. So they're very happy. Yay, all these expansions of the Holy Roman Empire, improving the imperial authority and therefore my election chances. Speaking of, hey Novgorod, we have an opening for an elector. Do you want to... Okay, so we're gonna have to do something weird because the only way that this is gonna work, because there's diplomatic timers, I don't know if there's a way to like, hold on. There's like a diplomatic cooldown or something that can, so the only thing that's going to be weird here is I don't know if I can do this. So I'm going to tag Nov, wait a month. It's so weird not playing as the Austrians. So admin situations would be hard to deal with. But we could make some vassals. No, we can't actually. Why can't we? It's weird. It's very weird. If we make that deal with Bithynia as Austria to make them independent, then okay, but now let's see here. Can I make Novgorod an elector now? Yes. Okay, so now Novgorod is an elector, so... I don't know why I said cheap, but... This is cheat. So now Russia is a part of the HRE. Look at that. Yes! Awesome. So now we have Russia with all those claims. Catholic Emperor, elector. That's awesome. Well, we can look into the way that we actually divide the territories up here effectively next time. But I think for our last item on the agenda, it'll be taking care of Hereford, who has even gone so far as to eliminate our dynasty, so they deserve no quarter. So we will ask for fleet basing rights. We're going to move our army over here. We're going to try to find a way to save our navy from being all over the place because of AI. Look at that 3-star admiral. We cannot be messing with that. Languedoc, better pay up. Nope. Catholic Republican Russia. Grand Electoral Republic. So cool. Makes sense for this to be our whatever golden era too. There. Just thought I would take care of that so Poland looks better before we forget about Ruthenia. Could we cultivate Ruthenia an elector too, but 88, interesting. Well, we'll be able to make a lot more princes once we handle this Britain heretic situation here. Start moving some troops over. The navies are moving over, preparing to station troops in Scotland as our base of operations. Sucks that they're reformer, but whatever. We can handle that. We can deal with that. We can tolerate that. What's going on here? Okay, so we stated everything. I guess that makes sense. What's our development like anyway? 834. So yeah, I might play Russia, and it'll be very interesting having such a blank check to go east. We'll have to really adjust the missions and things like that. Oh, so these 21k got caught up. Oh, that's actually really bad. We have no way of peacefully transporting troops up now. We need to find some way to go to war. Is there an easy war that we can do? The Uzman Russians? No. Karniak? No. Zaporozhye? No. Greater Albranash? Nope. Trying to find a quick war to do. Maybe purge some heresy real quick. Feeling cute, I don't know. We need to get troops onto these boats. We need military access to Bourbon. Why do I always make it the complicated way? I'm just trying to find an excuse to go to war, I guess. There. And now, where's the Navy? No. Come on. We could also, if we had Alsace military access, we could... There. Now we can move all of our troops over here. We got 40k and start going to town on there. Okay, now we got the Danes that we can go to war with. That'll be interesting. I kind of want Russia to be our ally. Makes sense. They were our vassal, and now we're just letting them go free. We have a lot of diplomats. Cancel military access. Cancel military access. Great. Now we can let's get our British pacification forces up in Scotland. It's interesting that I have the decision to reform into Prussia. I don't know why that is. Could be a converter thing. I'm looking forward to like not running Austria. This Russia thing could be really interesting. It's pretty interesting too because the Vespo-Tyroleans, there's just a lot of German influence here. Hold on, it's just one troop. Like, what's the difference? Just, I guess it's still 3 trips, but maybe this what? There more than one. Really? Let's not do automatic transportation there. We'll just leave this 1K troop here. Oh, and we have this 33K stack with nothing to do. That was a little bit of a mistake. Look at that. Such a beautiful thing, this Holy Roman Empire. I really like the way that we've been playing this game by making it decentralized. General Jevons 1583 is no longer with us. It's clearly a viewer that was named after, you know what I mean. I really hope Russia does well. Okay, so now we have our 20K troops. Let's do this. Scarborough. Let's invite. That's a call in cannot. Right? Because they're Catholic, but they have people who need to be independent again. They're potentially just all of Ireland. Why not? Yeah, so we'll call them co-belligerent, and then yeah, Dubinarth is a problem, but we can deal with it. Colin Scarborough. Where the hell is Scarborough anyway? Scarborough. There, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to call him to the war. Kind of important. It's also important is taking care of that naval passage. And we can get those troops out of there. I'm not coring this stuff. I'm not stating Escribo or whatever, so I might as well just unstate that. Kind of sucks that our Greek guy hasn't conquered any Greek stuff yet. I kind of want to see if Two Sicilies can do that. I might even play Two Sicilies. Kind of hard to imagine going against the Austrians, though. 53, and that's a lot. Boom. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, that was a bad idea. Yikes, that's all our trading ships. Yeah, not doing so hot. Nice to have the Croatian coastline, though. Especially when it's actually properly integrated. Our military engineer Dead Snake is gone. Rest in peace. It's reduce the cost of our troops. Yeah, let's sell their chance. Just gotta take out all this stuff and go to Scarborough. Philosopher, 50% reduction. It's pretty good. But the state needs the money, and we have that agenda to complete it with the loans. I'm really happy that I managed to get Russia as an elector in the Holy Roman Empire. I think that's just so funny. There's another 30 province there. Just need 2 more. That's done freeze. Done freeze. Military attack advantage is not high enough to justify stuff like that. This is in Denmark. Which, by the way, I don't know why they had it's so bad. There you go. Just gotta play it peacefully here. I want to do this peace deal properly, get a bunch of influence solidified in Upper Lotharingia is a heretic now? They're an elector, aren't they? No, they're not an elector. They might be. They are. It'd be nice when we have an official faith that we could just make anybody who isn't Catholic not an elector, and we can shuffle the electors around. That'll be really interesting. Austria is really cursed, but this Holy Roman Empire is awesome. Salzburg is basically being like, I'm the Protestant guy here. It's cute. You let them have it. Let them think that they're better than they are. Why not? Sharing ends. Okay. Lost that? Why? I don't want Placinia to be cored fully though. I think Saxon makes what? Oh. They had troops here? I guess they were fighting an army down here. That was a mistake. Because I thought the Polish were going to come help. That's good. Wow, so conquer and minus touch? That's pretty good. Oh my god. Do they have, like, military ideas? Equality. Yeah, that explains a lot. Where are your allies? Normandy? Oh, we actually are at war with Normandy. I didn't know. Oh, huh? Oh, that's actually really good. We got the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow. And then you rock out the show. Guess they aren't involved. Galloway. If we get a personal union with Scotland, that'd be really funny. I like the idea of making Scotland big, so we could do this. But it would kind of make more sense for us to force them to be very involved. A bunch of little guys. And discipline is nice. Colonial relations, what is this? The subject development reduction of... Yeah, look at that. That's good. That's good stuff. So they have admin tech. And what's their ideas? Yeah, core creation cost. There you go. The aggressive expansion is also really nice to have. So yeah, looking good. You got a really good frontier of the empire there. So they're trying to take back the war goal here. Scotland wasn't at war. I think that we would get a personal union. So reason to hasten this war up a little bit, eh? Did the local troops get destroyed here? Nordmark, what are you doing? Stettin. Pomerania. Yeah. Okay. I kind of want Pomerania to die. The big Poland is nice. But then it's like technically non-HRE stuff. We're 60 Imperial Authority too. And we could get a lot of extra income for the electors. We can also get close to banning internal HRE wars, which makes the League War impossible to do. We can beautify a local saint for this, and also manpower recovery. Why not? It sucks that they're going to be taking that out. Should we just do a piece that... Kind of tempting fate here. I don't know. Seems kind of bad. They are kind of outnumbering us. We could try to reinforce the troops here. I just don't know where their navy is. We could go down here. Okay, I don't know why they lost so much siege power there. Okay, their navy's up there, so we can't do that. In fact, it's coming up to hunt us, so we should go back. Or run away while we still can. Their mill tech and ours are the same. We don't have any mill ideas. Bourbon just got very big. It's Project Bourbon, all right. Yeah, and then somebody talked about making France out of the Holy Roman Empire. That could be pretty fun. It's like a little splinter trying to break it apart. Come on. Ugh. Now what? Wessex is a sovereign state? Big Wessex could be a good counter to their influence. But I kind of want to have a province here. Like, the only way I'm going to be able to do this again is if I have military presence. But then this is Gwynedd. This is a really good free city candidate. I don't know. What do my advisors say? For some reason I had to do math there to make sure that we actually have more troops than them. Let's just continue doing Colombia, I guess. Continue gambling, gamble. Choose the Russia ended. Okay, great. 71%. Yeah, there. Then got too greedy. Oh, they're just going straight for us now. But we have the discipline. No, they have the 12k troops. Ugh. I'm gonna load a save for that. I'm playing Rusty. I should just piece this out and then we can deal with it later. Okay. This is the less favorable one that was determined. This is a fort, so that's a really good thing for these guys to have. And then there's 2 extra princes out of this deal, so we'll take this. So we're guaranteeing these guys' independence. So, but the only problem is that we need to have some sort of reason or way to get to war with them again. We're not going to be able to do this Scarborough thing again. But maybe it's not our problem anymore because we're about to start playing Russia. So by next session, I'll be changing out the Ruthenian situation so that we can properly get things sorted out. But let's take a look at the world that we can see. So the Portuguese, despite losing a lot of their land in the Baltic, Eastern Europe, their Brazilian colony is still doing really well. It's the largest colony in America. Norway exists. Hereford also has a little colony here. But besides some Dutch, Colombian stuff here, no contact with any of the natives in Mesoamerica. Africa is doing well. They expanded into Sicily. This is mostly stable. The Atria is mostly stable. Atria is this big now. Just gonna, once they have this cord, add this to the empire. Russia's gonna be going extremely hard, going in on all those guys. It'd be nice to see how well they do with the money that they'd get from this, and also once we're not playing Austria, seeing exactly what they do with this Reichskrieg, because that will be insane, because they can call in all of the princes into their war. Other than that, yeah, we're going to be, in fact, the Russians are already expanding. They're conquering all this stuff here, and then they'll be converting it and getting to the point where they'll start colonizing Siberia here, Siberian frontiers, and all that fun stuff associated with it. We'll try to build them tall and play to their merchant republic aspects. If we get Riga, we'll make it a free city. There's a lot of things that we can do with this. I'm really excited to see how we go forward with it. In fact, I'm tempted to start a time lapse just to see for a little bit what ends up happening. But I'll deal with that later. So for now, I think we're good to go. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was nice being able to play and yap a lot, but now I want to go hang out with my wife. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. There might be a new video next week, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And I hope you guys stay tuned for these streams on Twitch and the second channel.